God-level duplication system. Chapter 10. Intensive duplicates. Congratulations, host, for the advancement of the cultivation talent. Congratulations, host, for obtaining the small success top grade rank 2 martial skill, wave palm. After using the treasure that he had obtained, Lin Xuan felt that his strength had increased by quite a bit. After that, he continued to joke with Lin Xian, waiting for the strength checking to end today. This time, no one dared to say anything else. They only looked at Lin Xuan and Lin Xian with admiration. Time slowly passed. Unknowingly, another hour passed. Today's strength assessment was nearing its end. Until the final challenge ended. On the high platform, the patriarch, Lin Kixing, stood up. He looked around the crowd, and said in a clear voice with a faint smile on his face, "It's time for this month's strength assessment to end. Before that, let me say a few words." Next, Lin Kixing talked about a lot of the family's glorious history, which was mixed with a lot of chicken soup for the soul. This was also the routine procedure of the monthly strength check in order to nurture the disciples' loyalty to the family. Many of the family disciples present were still underage, and they were formally instilled with the opportunity to nurture them. On the surface, Lin Xuan was listening attentively, but he could not help but roll his eyes in his heart. He had heard this kind of preaching too many times in his previous life. Fortunately, Lin Kixing didn't say it for long. It only took him 15 minutes. After a pause, Lin Kixing continued, "The most outstanding person in this year's strength checking is Lin Xuan. The clan rules state that in our Lin clan, strength is the most important thing. Today, Lin Xuan had openly defeated Lin Yun in the arena. From today onwards, Lin Xuan will be the number 1 genius of the new generation of Lin family. He will enjoy all the resources of the first seat. Next, let's invite Lin Xuan to the arena to receive the chief disciple's golden token." This was a promotion strategy set up by Lin family to encourage the younger disciples to work hard. As soon as he finished speaking, thunderous applause sounded from the arena. Everyone's eyes immediately focused on Lin Xuan, and their faces were filled with admiration, respect, and worship. The chief disciple was not just a title, he also enjoyed the corresponding status and resources. His status was equivalent to an ordinary elder. However, in the Lin family, only Qi-gathering stage warriors were qualified to be the elders. Imagine how rich the resources of a body refinement stage warrior were when they were given to an elder. Besides, he also had the status of an elder. Even the patriarch couldn't be underestimated. All the disciples were naturally envious. However, they could only be envious, not jealous at all. After all, Lin Xuan had only won this position after defeating Lin Yun. Furthermore, he had defeated Lin Yun, who was at the peak of the body refinement level 9, with his body refinement level 7 cultivation base. His talent might very well surpass Lin Yun's. He was much stronger than them. Around the square, the other major powers of Green Jade City were looking at Lin Xuan with complicated expressions. They thought it was just an ordinary checking of strength, but they just followed the usual rules and went through the motions. They didn't expect that a genius like Lin Xuan would rise in Lin family today. He could defeat his opponent who was 2 levels higher than him. Furthermore, the one he defeated was one of the 4 great geniuses of Green Jade City, Lin Yun. In comparison, Lin Xuan could be considered the number 1 genius of Green Jade City. Such a big event had shocked them for a long time. They were all prepared to go back and report in detail after the strength checking was over. This kind of big news would probably shake the entire Green Jade City, wouldn't it? The martial artists of the various powers all sighed with emotion in their hearts. Lin Xuan's eyes also revealed a joyful expression when he heard this. There really was a chance. Next, it was time for his strength to soar. After that, Lin Xuan patted Lin Xian's hand. Under the gazes of everyone present, he walked towards the tall platform. With the experience from his previous life, Lin Xuan's expression was naturally calm, without any change in expression. When the upper echelons of Lin family saw this scene, they had a different opinion about Lin Xuan. Although he is young, he is mature. His disposition is not bad. The higher-ups of Lin family acknowledged Lin Xuan very well, and their eyes revealed a satisfied expression. Soon, Lin Xuan arrived at the high platform. He swept his gaze across the surroundings. Name, Lin Kixing. Cultivation, peak of Qi gathering stage. Talent, top-grade cultivation talent, low-grade strength talent, substandard speed talent, substandard earth talent, and substandard heavy water talent. Martial skill, Jade Wave, top grade rank 3, great completion, Rock Crushing Fist, top grade rank 3, great completion. Mountain Splitting Saber Technique, top grade rank 3, great completion, Swift Wind Steps, top grade rank 3, great completion. Treasure, none. Name, Lin Q. Cultivation, Peak of Chi Gathering Stage. Talent, top grade cultivation talent, substandard strength low grade speed talent, substandard violent wind attribute talent. Martial skill. Treasure, none. In an instant, Lin Xuan's eyes swept across the entire platform. As expected, only the Patriarch and Grand Elder had the highest cultivation base, and they had the most treasures on them. However, the others weren't much weaker than them. Lin Xuan took another look at his own attribute panel. Although he had used up quite several energy points previously, his current energy points had reached 58,000. Immediately, Lin Xuan made his decision. With his previous experience, Lin Xuan knew that talent was the most important. Therefore, this time, he didn't plan to let go of any talent that was useful to him. Next, he would consider martial arts and other treasures. The energy points in his hand should be able to support him. He thought up to this point. You have used 3,000 energy points to replicate your talent. You have obtained the top-grade cultivation talent. You have used 1,000 energy points to replicate the skill, and you have obtained the Rock Crushing Fist, top grade rank 3, great completion. Soon, he had completed all the copies. Lin Xuan's eyes revealed a satisfied expression. This time, his strength would have a huge increase. After that, Lin Xuan no longer paid any attention to these treasures. He wanted to wait until he returned before using those treasures. Because there were all the higher-ups of Lin family here, it was still somewhat inconvenient for him. Lin Xuan's duplication was very quick, so no one on the scene noticed anything unusual. Lin Xuan, come here. At this moment, Lin Kixing's voice was heard. Yes. Lin Xuan replied and went to the table. Lin Kixing said solemnly, Lin Xuan, take the chief golden token. Yes. Lin Xuan bowed and raised both his hands. Lin Q placed a golden token in Lin Xuan's hand and said, take this golden token. From now on, you are the chief disciple. All the disciples of the Lin family are led by you, and only you have the highest status. I hope that you can maintain your momentum in the future and advance bravely, and win glory for the Lin family. Yes, Patriarch. Lin Xuan's expression was solemn as he kept the golden token.